Yo. It's your boy Trey. Getting all the text messages. What's good? That's all. Yo, today, guess what? Tutorial. Because, why not? I don't do Xboxes. So, yeah. RGH, FAT, 1.2, tutorial, incoming. Real quick, before we get this shit started, I'm pretty sure the other videos that Azza and Runaway have already made, they have. I know Azza shows how to read the NAND, so I'm gonna skip the read the NAND part because that takes a while, and the writing. I could show like XT build and ECC, that doesn't take long. It's pretty much the same as the Slim for the FAT, besides that I think this is a Jasper. Oh no, it's a Falcon. Alright, so if you have a Jasper, there's a chance it can be a 250 megabyte or a 512 megabyte, so that's a possibility. It's just going to take longer to read the NAND. It's not really a big deal. But since this is a Falcon, Falcon's always 16 megabytes, just like Slims. So that's just the same as, like for the NAND, it's the same thing, except for the fact that, well, no, you still pick glitch too, so it's pretty much all the same, so you have nothing to really worry about there. So yeah, let's get started. Oh yeah, I just checked. So Runaway did make a video for RGH kit, so everything you need. So if just go to that, I'll link it in the description. If you need to know what you need for this, besides the console. So just real quick, soldering iron. This thing, beautiful, very high quality, $18. This stuff to clean it, the brass shavings, always need your solder. Fluck, can't forget the fluck. Alright, fluck is important. I use the King Bow. Oops, it's right there. Let's see if that focuses. Yeah, King Bow flux. You can get it on eBay for about 20 bucks. It's probably the best flux out there. So yeah, that's what we need, and get the COOLRUNNER. Okay, so for the 1.2 method, which is what I'm doing, 1.2 for the FAT, you're gonna need a COOLRUNNER REV C. If you have a Rev D, if you already purchased one or something, that's fine also. Rev D will work, it's just a little different. Gotta have your wires. This is really bad lighting. Alright, so that lighting should be a little bit better. You couldn't really see anything. So real quick, let's see if this actually works. Yeah, okay, so slim fat cable, you want to use the fat, which is the green one. So I can let's move this up a little bit, just for now. Let me get my skizzers. So you can just cut it open over the top. Because you can use a Rev C for Slims too, I don't recommend it. Ace V3 is way better. Okay, so you just need these wires. The Slim wires, you can throw it away, you don't need them. I actually made that, I'm very proud of myself. So you got your COOLRUNNER. COOLRUNNER, Rev C. Always need that. Already showed all this. Alright, so I'm gonna get started with the NAND points real quick, and I will be back. Alright, now so I got the points soldered. I'm gonna put a diagram up on the screen right now for the NAND points. Okay, so you can pause or whatever, you can look at that. Let me get my NAND wires now. Now we are going to read the NAND. Let's turn this way. You plug this that's soldered on into this port. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. Just like that, you plug that in, it should stay. Okay, so that's plugged in, you just leave that plugged in. Get your power cord for the Xbox. God. Okay, I haven't done this in a while. Power cord. Any fat power supply, plug it in. And now I'm going to head over to the computer. Alright, here we go. Now we're on the computer. There's the YouTube channel. Got a nice 36 subscribers. That's pretty good. We got a nice Barack Obama in the background. My favorite man. So now we're going to open up JRunner, or what I like to call it J-Cunt, because J-Cunt is the correct term. Open up JRunner. Oh, I have hiccups. Okay, so here's JRunner. So if you're connected, you should have the little Nandex symbol. That means your drivers are good, everything's connected. Now you're just going to click read NAND, Falcon, and it's going to take 2 reads of the NAND. You always want to use 2 reads. 2 reads are always better than 4. I mean, like, it's not really better, but you'll save time. You only need 2. Alright, so I'm going to let this read the NAND, and then I'll come back when it's finished. Alright, so NAND's just finished. NAND's the same, which is perfect. The bad blocks were remapped, which is good. Okay, next up. So it's always default on JTAG. You don't want to do JTAG. You want to click on glitch 2. Create your ECC. For mine's a Falcon, and yours you could have a Jasper. Then you write your ECC. Yeah. Okay, ECC's been written, so we're good on there. Now, that's all we need from the Nandex. Okay, we're back to the console. So you should have written your ECC, read your NAND, so that you can unplug power for now. While I was reading the NAND, I just pre-tinned the points for the COOLRUNNER. I want to show you something real quick that's important for if you're doing a Jasper. For me, since it's a Falcon, I don't have to. Okay, focus. There. There's this point right this way, right there. Cap. It's called cap. You bridge. Let's see if it focuses again. Come on. Alright, well, you saw it. The point called cap. If you have a Jasper, you bridge that point over. That's for a Jasper, any type of Jasper, doesn't matter what size. Always set your COOLRUNNER to FATS. I wish it would focus. There we go. So always have it set to FAT and have this on. You can put it to program. So put that to program. There we go. So that's now it's set for, you can do your RGH now. So the COOLRUNNER should have an adhesive on the back. You just peel it off. And I like to put mine right here, with the points facing outwards towards this way. So you should have your wires, your beautiful wires. Let me unzip tie mine. Skirt. Maybe. Oh, no, I was tightening it. Okay. It makes it so complicated. Oh my god. There we go. So we got our wires. We're going to start off with red, which is power. So I like doing it this way. Actually, no, I'm going to do it this way. So just put your power wire on, solder it right on there. Don't bridge your points like I did. There we go, power's on. I will put a diagram up on the screen for the power point. I'm not sure, it might have everything. But definitely you're going to see the point for power. It's literally where you put your green wire, it's right to the right of it. The one right next to it. So I'm going to solder that on. Okay, so power's on. I like to you tuck it under. It looks nice. So it should look something like this. That's for your power wire. Next, we're going to do ground, which is the black wire. Beautiful black. That goes on the ground point right next to power. There we go. Okay, so this part. There are, if I could show you this. Okay, so there's prongs right here. I put mine on this one right here. Put some solder on the prong, and then you just solder the black wire to the prong, and that will be your ground point. Alright, that's on there. Make sure you always tug it, make sure it's on there. Don't want any loose points. For those 2 points, I don't ever trim the wires. Oh, these are already trimmed, that's cool. Alright, so don't worry about that. Some of the COOLRUNNER wires might not be trimmed. It's always good to make the wire that's visible as small as possible. It'll give you a better connection to your points. Okay, so here, not many people do this. This is just how I've always done it for the C wire. So mine has the X-clamp fix on it from GameStop, so yours might look a little bit different. There is a hole, a little tiny hole right here. I put my C wire, I curve it a little bit, like this, kind of like that, and you want to put it through the wire, or through the hole. Let's see if I can do this without failing. If you can get it to go through and get a little bit of the wire sticking out of the side, you'll be able to see it. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Yes. There we go. Here, I'll show you this. See if you can see it. So, see there's a little bit of wire sticking out right next to that big circle. And you just want to get pliers and pull it out. So just grab it, pull it out like that. So I'm going to pull it out like that. Make sure you have enough room because you're going to want to curve it. So if you're able to curve it and it still reaches the C point, it should be fine. So I'm going to pull mine out a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So yellow wire goes on C. It's the second to last one. Next I'm going to do the B wire. B is orange. Those are flying. B is orange. So solder to the B points. That's B wire, and it goes, I'll have a diagram that should show the power and the B point. There's a little tiny point called RB24, and that's where you put the B wire in this. Put a little bit of solder on the tip of your iron. You don't need a lot, literally just a tiny little ball. Put the wire down, and then stick the iron to it. Okay, so that point's on. You can always tug just a little bit on this one. Don't want to rip anything off. So now I have the orange on. Next we're going to do A. There's only 2 more, so, and they're both on the back. So A's green. Solder that to the A point. So I put A through this point right here, this little hole. Stick it in there. And then pull it from the other side if it actually goes through. Just pull it through the other side until it's pretty tight, but enough to push it down on the ground. And we'll do D last, but I'm gonna do these points. Other people do C wire differently. There's different ways to do it. You can, for C wire, another way you can do it, if you can't get it to go through this hole, you can solder on the C wire and then put it through the same hole as the green one, and you can go around to C point, like all the way around all the screws and these things. But what I do it this way because it makes it shorter. I just cut it right here because the point's right here, which I'll have a diagram for that also up on the screen right now. Okay, so I cut my wire to the length of the point. Gotta trim the wire to make the wire visible. For this one, you can't really put solder on the actual point before. It's kind of complicated, so I just do the same thing. Put it on the iron. Put the wire on the point, and then just solder. And it should stick pretty well. Okay, so next, A point. It's a little tricky. It's not that bad. I'll have a little diagram for that too. It goes right over here. Trim it a little bit, strip it, and put it on. There we go. Green is on. Green is A. And our last one is blue. Where'd the wire go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so blue, D point. Last one. Quick solder. You just put it behind, like this. So you just put it behind right here and just go under. And always stay away from, never put your wires over these. Stay away from them. Always go around them to the point, which is right here. Just stay away from this whole area. This whole area right here. Okay, so I got all the points down on the back and the front. I'll use electrical tape to keep them down and keep them where they are at the end. For now, we want to get to Zell. So what we're going to do, make sure your COOLRUNNER is switched to program. And you should have one of these for your Nandex or JR programmer. Let me take this out, it's for slims. Should be like that. You just stick it right in. Should get a nice red light if you have it on program and your Nandex is connected. Now we're going to switch back over to the computer. Alright, we're back on the computer now. Should have everything connected. So we're going to put on a timing file. So you want to go to Advanced, Custom NANCR Functions. Click XSVF. And click this. I have mine right here. Just the timing files. They're very easy to find on the internet. If I can find a link, I'll link it. I think Weekend Modders Pack, I might link that download, which has like all the timing files you need. I like using RGH 1.2, the 21 timing file. It gives me the best results. So when you're putting on a timing file, you should get a little green light. I don't know if you saw it. There's a green light that's on. That's how you know you're good. It should say done. So now we are done with the timing file, and then we'll switch back to the Xbox. Okay, back to the Xbox. So now we should be able to boot into Zell. So switch your COOLRUNNER to power, not on program anymore. Make sure this is on FAT. If you have a Falcon, make sure cap isn't bridged. If you have a Jasper, bridge cap. And we should be good. So I'm gonna plug in power. Should get a red light, so that means that our COOLRUNNER has power. And the Xbox has power. Make sure you have your RL board plugged in. Skirt. I don't have my HDMI, so let me get it real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, got my HDMI cord, plug in your HDMI. And if you have Ethernet, I 100% recommend using it. It'll make getting the CPU key way easier. So I'll plug in my Ethernet, and now we are going to attempt to boot. See if we insta-boot or not. Okay, insta-booted. Okay, so now, see if I can get this. So now you should have Zell. Ooh, nice, no focus. There we go. So Zell reloaded. We're going to wait till we get to the bottom of the screen, and that will have your CPU key, which is right here, this first one. Since I have Ethernet, there's a little IP right here. You just type here, I'll show you how to type it in. And if not, you literally just start typing out the CPU key. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Skirt. We're going to skirt back over to the computer real quick. Let me just minimize this. There, that should be good. Okay, so now we're back in JRunner. So if you don't have Ethernet, right here, you start typing out your CPU key. If you put it in correctly, I'll show you what it gives you. You should get the same thing I get with my Ethernet. Just type it out all caps, exactly as it is. So I just have to type in the IP, which is 21, get CPU key. You should get something like this if you type it in correctly. Everything should be fine. CPU key is correct. If you get that, you're good. Now it automatically selects JTAG, be careful. So make sure you always select glitch 2 and create XT build image. And that should go. And you could turn your Xbox off now, you don't need it for now. Well, you do, but just always, I always repower, so I always unplug it, plug it back in before I do the NAND. Alright, so we're good now. XT build finished, have a nice day, XT build's fine. Real quick, let me zoom this in a little bit. Now we're going to plug our NANDX back in. Just like that. Make sure it's in there nice and good. Skirt. Should be fine. And you just hit write NAND. And it should write the new NAND, which is your pretty much your dashboard. Without this, you'll only boot to Zell. So now we're writing the dashboard. And I will be back. Alright, we back. NAND finished. Writ, everything good. Error writing. Error writing the same block. That's fine. And we should be able to boot dashboard now. Let me zoom this in. And we're going to try the boot dash. Make sure you unplug your NANDX always. Repower. And I'm going to boot into dash, hopefully. So we're going to start out with turning it on. It should glitch. Falcons are sometimes kind of trash. Alright, so it insta-booted. We are going to dashboard. And I'll show you real quick that it is RGH. So I'm going to plug in this USB. It has XEX menu on it. Maybe I'm not. Okay. Never mind. I'm not going to show XEX menu. It is RGH. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys just how Alright, so that's pretty much for the video. I'm going to show you guys the electrical tape where I tape it down and what makes it look nice. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, you just desolder your NAND wires, clean up your flux. And if you do LEDs, you do LEDs. And you put it back together, and that's your RGH. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be uploaded to the RTA team channel. And if it helped, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. It's been your boy, GateFaggot69, out here in the streets. We out here fucking hoes.